Hello there. What is going on, everyone? I am going to be doing some Wookiee painting today. We've got our new Kashyyyk Wookiees all sort of assembled. Dreadlocks are all built out and primed, and we are ready to go. I thought this would be a good, fun time to do some painting. I recently did another recent live stream talking about Yoda. I thought I'd show you guys kind of like the finished product here. I'll probably post some pictures a little bit higher. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for giving the video a like and a thumbs up and interacting in chat. But yeah, so I did some cool stuff. I put some of that blue resin stuff down there for water, so it'll make it look like Yoda's hopping through the swamp. But I got another one to show you. I haven't shown this one off too much yet, but this one I did more of it. And I don't know if you can see, but the resin there is kind of angled up, like he's pushing the water away, right? Like, let me know what you guys think of that. I thought that was pretty cool. He's basically, what's going on, Sir James? What is going on, man? Love your lightsaber videos. Very cool stuff. But yeah, so basically I got this stuff. I kind of angled him on the side with tape, let the acrylic sort of dry there, and I was trying to mimic the scene where he's kind of raising the X-Wing out of the swamp, so he's kind of on the shoreline there, and I think that came out really cool, and it's pretty tough too. What's going on, Scott? How you doing, buddy? So what we're gonna do is, since I've already got 3 units of normal Wookiees, I'm going to be using some of this Vallejo orange brown, and it's a little bit of a brighter color, and we're going to make these guys a little bit brighter to make them kind of stand out, because they're the more ranged Wookiees. I also thought I'd show you guys something cool. My long gun Wookiee, I decided to put another shield on his back. So I just kind of glued the shield onto his back there, because I may want to use some of these guys. Like, I may want 2 shield Wookiees in my other versions and stuff. So this way, this guy can double for either or, depending on how I want him. So I thought that was pretty fun. So that was a fun thing to do. And you know what? And considering that, let's go ahead and do that particular guy. We'll do him, as they'll have a lot of different pieces. Let me see if I can get a real good angle on this. And I want to adjust camera a little bit. There we go. That's kind of how I want it. All right. So let me make sure that, pull my paint down over this way a little bit more. And we're going to just start putting this on. Oh, that's really wet. I'm going to have to work that through. I thinned this out. I use a lot of water on my brush. Maybe I used a little too much. I might have used a little too much. I might have to go back and do a second coat, but my general intent here is for this not to be the only color of fur. I want this to be an underlying color of fur, maybe a little gray. I'll be in some of them. I think the leader I'll end up doing a little differently, but I mean, I've got so many Wookiees that are all brown already, and Wookiees aren't all the same color. So, have some fun. Happy little trees, happy little patches of fur, and these are gonna be great. So, yep. So, yeah, we're having some fun. Are you guys getting all ready for Thanksgiving? By the way, if you guys do any painting of your own, today's the last day to enter to win that luxury playstyle contest for the new tokens. They're gonna close off entries tonight at midnight. So yeah, and then make sure your stuff is public too. I know some people like shared stuff, but it was like a private post. Their post settings were all set to private, so nobody can see. And I don't know if you'll get counted that way. Again, it's not my contest, so I don't know. I mean, I'm getting stuff all over my hands. I'm getting paint all over my hands. All right, I'm gonna be a little more rough. Be a little more bold with it here, because I'm going over all the shoulder pads and other stuff too. I'm trying to be so delicate. I'm like, I'm going to cover all of that stuff up, because all the like the shield is definitely going to be like a darker brown. Because another thing I want to do is I'll probably put some Agrax Earthshade on here once it's done. And that'll darken it up a little bit, you know, but I want like the orange highlights. That's what I'm thinking will be the plan for these guys. And I'll probably pull over the other Wookiees and compare them a little bit. So that is definitely a bright orange Wookiee. Maybe these guys are really mad. Maybe they're orange with rage. Maybe they're powered by the Sith. I don't know. I've been doing slower video releases lately, so you know, like it makes a little more sense to kind of fit in some live streams when I can. You know. Looking nice, my friend. Looking nice. But I did make this very thin. It's very wet. The paint is very wet. Fortunately, I did another one, so when we get ready to do the Agrex Earthshade, I can switch over to one, and then I can let this one dry. The dark cover will cover my light color. Yeah, well, that's kind of the idea. I'm hoping to have something a little new. I'm not an expert painter. I do it for fun, and my hope is that maybe some people will be less intimidated because, you know, I don't look at my brush, man. This brush is disgusting, right? Look at the brush I'm using for this. You know, don't you know? So like, I'm a cheapskate when it comes to brushes too. I used to go to the Dollar Tree, not Dollar Tree, but Hobby Lobby or whatever, and buy like the $5 brushes, right? So really cheap brushes, and then I would use those until they were kind of exhausted, and then but I didn't take good care of them. The Army Painter brushes I take a little bit better care of, but this is a real thicker, this is a broader brush, so I like this one for base coating, and yeah, and that's kind of how we're looking right now. This guy is one I already did, so yeah, so there we go. So I already did him, and while this guy's drying, I'm gonna go get some of the. Let me go find some Agrex Earthshade. I should have probably pulled it out. It shows you just how much prep I've done here. All right, so I see I've got all of my shades over here. What do we got? No, that's not a shade. That's a contrast paint. A contrast paint would work on this too, but I'm afraid it would dominate. That would be. Here we go. I found the Agrex Earthshade. Oh, I don't have much of this left. I don't have. Oh, and it wasn't closed all the way. So before you shake your paints, make sure they're closed, because now I got Agrex Earthshade all over my fingers. Because I'm a dummy. You guys see, this is everybody else who's not here for the live stream is missing out on all of this. You know. Wow, what a dummy. Oh, and I'm dropping stuff. I got my old palette right here. Man, this is a palette I've had for a while. I've already peeled all the paint off of this thing once, but I don't like to put a wash on a wet palette. So what I'm going to do is mix some over here. Oh yeah, I definitely need some more. Well, thin this out a little bit. All right, and let's see how this sort of goes on. I'll start with the legs. Oh, yeah, this is taking over, but this in a good way. This is nice because it's gonna have those orange highlights. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. I didn't thin it down as much as I will thin down other stuff sometimes. And the cool thing is, like, you don't even have to be as standardized with these. So that's pretty nice. Yeah. You don't even have to be as standardized because they're all, you know, organic. So this isn't like a uniform, right? Like maybe the straps you want to be a little more standardized on. But this is, you can do, oh man, you know what I noticed too? This guy, the arm didn't connect all the way right there. That's a bummer. I hate when you're doing like the shoulder joints, you know, for a double fisted kind of thing where they're both holding the weapon with two hands and it doesn't fully connect on the side. That's a real bummer. So let's see. All right, so this is gonna take a while to dry, but I kind of like that effect, right? There we go. We get some focus on there. I kind of like that effect. That's got a good start to it. I might even, am I talking kind of quiet? A little bit, maybe. Because I have the camera a little farther away. I've got the mic a little farther away from me because I had to hold everything up higher because I'm zoomed in a little bit. And one of the problems, I should probably use the lapel mic this time. But my lapel mic has been acting up. So last time I was trying to do a video with it, it distorted all the audio for me. And it was weird. It was very, very, very weird. All right, so we're doing the next one now. But yeah, so I'm a little farther away from the mic than I normally would be. That's because I have to kind of pull the camera out farther and zoom in. Otherwise, my hands are going to hit the camera. I would love to just have it like nice and close and zoomed in, but that can be disastrous. I should try one of these with null oil and see, to do some variations. Like that would be fun. I could see doing that. But Agrax is such a nice wash. And it's just, I really like it better than null oil for a lot of things. Not everything, but for a lot of things, it does the job so much better. I wonder if I should do like a silverback Wookiee. Like that would be really cool. What do you guys think? Well, let the chat kind of influence, because I could do the leader also, and the leader would be a fun one. Since I got to let these guys dry for so long, I can do a couple, and the leader's a prime one. Also, maybe the other shield guy, like he could be a different color guy because he's going to go on a lot of different units. But I don't want to get too off. Like I could see maybe doing a little bit more blonde or a little bit gray. Or a straight up black, like a black Cranston. You made a silverback? Yeah. All right. What's gonna be the best way to do that? I think the commander? No. I'll do this guy. Yeah. He'll be a little more silver. So let's see. Well, we could do some white. No, I think gray. I think a gray is gonna be a good base for that. So let's go find. Where's a good gray? I got neutral gray, and I've got silver. So silver, no, we're gonna go with a Vallejo neutral gray. I think that'll work for this guy. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. Well, I gotta shake it up a little more. It's not wanting to cooperate with me too well right now. There we go. Oh, we got a lot. Squeezed out too much. All right. So we've got our neutral. I might end up doing more than one silverbacks. All right, let's see how this is going to look on this dude. Okay, well, it's a little thick. I want it thinner than that. Yeah, that's all right. Well, this came out way too thick. What am I thinking? I gotta get that off. I already diluted it with water, but man. Okay. All right, that's better. That's a little better. It was like totally filled in all the gaps. I'm like, what did I just put glue on this thing? Or putty? Yeah, that was a very thick. There we go. Now I'm getting it to the consistency that I want. All right, let me see if I missed any questions in chat. Am I using a wet palette or just a regular palette? I am using both, but usually I'll use a wet palette for regular paints. I only use the regular palette for special kinds of paints like washes, or sometimes for metallics and things that I wouldn't want potentially making contact with everything else. All right, I'm kind of being sloppy with this one. I can get parts of the base and the rocks too. He's stepping on rocks. This would be a good one to do with like the null oil. Okay. So he is going to sit there. I think the chief, I'm going to mix a little bit of... wait, that's not the chief. That's just the regular unit leader. This guy is the elder, right? I'm going to mix a little bit of... I'm going to do patches with him, all right? He's going to have like some trails. Yeah, I'm going to do spots. He's going to be a little bit of everything. Because he's seen some things. And then we're going to mix in some gray. And do gray on that side. This might end up looking terrible, or it might be phenomenal. We will see. I guess this is supposed to be his ancient weapon, is the dual Rick blades, and I'm like, why is that so much better of a weapon than everybody else gets? It doesn't look great. It should have been that big staff. I think they are gonna do Tarful at some point, like, because there's definitely they have to, like, let me know what you guys think. They have to be doing a Wookiee subfaction, a battle force for Wookiees, right? Like, and I still want to know if like battle forces are going to come in boxes or if it's just going to be a rules thing. Like I think that whole thing has such potential. I'm gonna have this side be his kind of his redder side, and yeah, so he's gonna be a mix. Maybe I'll toss a little bits of red on him too. Sean says he thinks probably their own box and have a rule set for those who have the minis already. Yeah. Like I can see it being their own box, but like maybe some alternative Wookiees too. I don't know if like maybe there'll be like another type of special forces or a core or even maybe an operative, because there's no Wookiee operatives, right? Well, I mean there is Chewbacca for the rebels, but that would be pretty cool if they did like a Wookiee operative with the thing, like Wookiee assassin or something like that. Let's squeeze just a little bit of red. I just went with dark vermilion. Yeah, well, I think it's the most necessary one right now, because like it just feels so anti-thematic to have to run Wookiees and all right, let's see. I don't know. I'm probably gonna regret this. I'll put it down both of his sides. He's painted, man. He's gonna be painted. You know what? I'm having fun with him. All right, and we'll try to blend this in a little more here. Spread it out a little. Yeah. Maybe it's war paint. Hey, you can paint fur. People dye their hair. Maybe he dyed his fur. Okay. So, yeah, we got that going on right now. So that's a weird one, but we'll see. I think it's gonna really work out once he's dry, once I get a wash on him, and then once we do all the rest of the details, especially the eyes and things like that, and then the straps and everything. I think that multicolored fur beneath is gonna look really cool. I got the leader. I'm gonna go back to the regular orange for the leader here. And I like the leader's beard here. He's got a really groovy beard. He's kind of got like a Cthulhu, Davy Jones kind of beard going on. Got the octopus tentacle kind of mentality going on there. And so we're just getting a base coat on all these guys. If you're just joining us, welcome. Thanks so much for hanging out today. I know it's a strange time to be doing a live stream, And I just decided to change things up a little bit. I was just feeling it today. Had to take a break from some other things. But we got Thanksgiving just around the corner. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? You guys, go see family, gonna stay home, gonna do some gaming, do a Friendsgiving. I know a lot of people kind of who are maybe in college. Oh, and I'm getting off the camera. Sorry about that. I know, like, it's very easy to, like, hey, I can't get with family this year, so my friends and I are all gonna have a big dinner, whatever. If you're not in the United States, I apologize for talking about Thanksgiving as if you know what it is, but it's just our holiday of having a big meal with family and trying to remember what we were thankful for. And I think it's an important holiday to reflect on things that we're thankful for. It has its roots in some things that are a little more unpleasant, but what it means today is to appreciate what you've got and maybe stop taking things for granted, especially family. Family is important. Gaming is important, and friends are important. There's a lot of things to be thankful for. I'm actually, like, even there's been, there's been some rough times, especially for me with AMG taking over for these Star Wars games and stuff. It's not been the smoothest transition. It's not been the easiest thing as a big fan of these games to digest. But there's a lot to be grateful for. They're definitely taking Legion seriously, and there's going to be more and more of that. So I think that's a really good thing, and it's a thing to be thankful for. There's certainly some things that are on my wish list, not just for Legion, but for other games as well. But don't forget to make a white one. Well, this guy's going to be whiter. He's that's just the base coat. I'll be dry brushing white over top of him. So this is going to be my white one. And now this guy, I think he's going to be kind of orange too. I might mix a little bit of, I might mix a little red in with him also. No, red was just for the leader. Hold on, I don't want red anywhere else. I'll mix a little gray in for the, there we go, for the tails from the back, and then we'll do more of the orange for the rest of him. Oh, it's blending because I'm doing it. This is the last one I'm doing like this, so I can mix the colors a little more freely here. This is fun. It's so serene too. It's just it's another cool thing about painting is that you can just let the stress of the day melt away. Any word on 12 Days of Life Day? Yeah, that's gonna be. Usually I do that in December, although technically Life Day is actually in November. But yeah, that's still gonna happen. We're still gonna be doing that. Same rules as every year. If you're a subscriber and you left a comment, you're entered. And patrons are gonna get anything that is unclaimed. So you got 30 days to claim stuff too. So we got a mix of some things that are physical goods and then some things that are like digital gift card stuff, and there might be some Amazon gift cards in there too, which are very universal. All right. This guy is he's kind of a nice blend of the other ones. He's a little bit of gray and a little bit of the orange. All right, I'm gonna set him down. All right, now I gotta check and see how everybody else is doing. So I just did 6 base coats. So we've got the double, the dual purpose. Is he a shield guy or is he a long gun guy? So he's there. What's going on, Boba Fett? Boba Fett's in chat, everybody. We got this guy. Oh, he's going to be fun. Look at the teeth on this one. He looks really good right now, as a matter of fact. I like the way this came out. I really like the way that came out, despite his little missing hand thing right there. And then we've got this guy. I haven't done the wash on him yet. He's not dry yet. What's my choice of heavy weapon? Still the original bowcaster for most of the time, but this guy's going to be definitely in there a little bit. I actually think the long gun is my least favorite. When I think of long range units, I don't think of Wookiees. You know, that's not why I bring Wookiees on the field for a long gun. I bring them, you know, for melee charge or for pierce, for ranged pierce, and that's where the bowcaster is so great. And this guy's, the chief is looking pretty good. I want to do one little thing. Yeah. Okay. That was a little too bright. I like the rainbow chief, man. He looks good. All right, so I'm gonna try some Nuln oil on some. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking. I found the Nuln oil. All right. We're gonna do that. Clean my brush off real quick. And yeah, it's like war paint. That's what I was kind of going for. I thought, well, you know, what we do war paint. Well, Wookiees would certainly do war paint, right? I think they absolutely would do war paint. I think they just probably haven't thought of it yet. I would love to see that like become a thing, like in a movie or a cartoon or even a book or a comic or something like that. Wookiees putting on some war paint. All right, let's try the Nuln oil on. I'll try it on the commander. Should be doing Agrax here, but I'm gonna try this instead. This is a thinned down Nuln oil too. But yeah, this will be fun. I think I'm gonna paint his weapons a special color too. I think his weapons are gonna probably be like in a gold or something. I don't know if I'll have time to do all that today because once I get the wash on, then they have to dry, and the wash will take a long time and stuff. So once I get a wash on all of them, I might kind of wrap things up for there, and I'll kind of showcase them either on like Instagram or something like that. Now, if I was a better painter, I wouldn't be using a wash at all. Maybe I would just have gone with a darker color as my base, and then like done highlighting on the individual pieces of fur or even just dry brushing. I'll probably do some dry brushing. I don't know about this guy. I don't think he looks really mad. I like him. I think he'll be a real fun one with the war paint on. Yep. I better not hum too much. I'll get DCMA'd. Dry brushing is like, it's like a cheating technique almost. Okay, so there's the boss. Oh, I missed a spot. All right. All right, move him to the side. Is this guy done yet? Just about. I think we can do our Silverback. Silverback is definitely getting the Nuln oil because he is going to get a white dry brush, whereas I might have done like a slightly different color for the other guys. This guy's definitely getting a white dry brush. He's going to be, oh yeah. Oh, cool. I'm liking it. I am liking it. Hobbit dwarves for the win. Yeah, right? You know what I always wanted to do? I always wanted to make it into a Thanksgiving tradition, but I just don't have the time, is to watch Lord of the Rings every Thanksgiving. Oh, this leg was still a little wet. Oh, that's a bummer. Like watching all of Lord of the Rings, the extended edition, like it's something you should do multiple times. But man, it's such a time investment. And especially with kids and family plans, You know, that'd be a good thing to do in retirement. I think like when I'm old and my kids don't talk to me anymore, I think I'll be like, oh, I'm watching Lord of the Rings this 4-day weekend. Okay, I'm gonna let him sit. I need a little more on there. All right. All right. Now I've got the leader and then the other guy here, and that's the last two. And I think we're gonna try Agrax Earthshade with these guys as well. I think I've got just enough. Just enough, and then we're gonna kind of wrap things up. All right, first off, we're gonna do this multicolored guy. No, let's do the leader first. So I could do a different, I should do a different color for the multicolored guy. I think I have a red wash, which would be kind of cool. Or I could just mix a little bit of red with it. That would be a fun option. That would be pretty cool. So this is the only guy who has like the shield guard on. And I had all these other shield guards. I think those were for if you wanted to rebuild like the old style Wookiees. And I didn't build a single one of like the old Rick Blade Wookiees because I definitely don't need any more of those. We've got 3 bowcaster Wookiees already, 3 Rick Blade Wookiees, and that's why I was kind of annoyed that I had to kind of build the bowcaster for the big old Wookie Wookie leader, because I'm like, wait, I don't want any more bowcasters. I got 3 of those already. Oh, I'll put some wash in there too, just in case. All right. You are looking good there, mister. Okay. And then this one, let me see what I've got I'm bumping things. Sorry about that. Got some washes that I've never used. Oh, this one might work. This Reikland Flesh Shade. Let's see how that works on this guy. See if he's a little different. It's fun to try new things sometimes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, and that definitely works here. I'll have some reds mixed in with this guy, some reds and some grays. I think it'll look good on the gray too. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Here we go. Need a little more. Where did I put it? Why don't I close it up? I only used a little. I'm putting this on a little thicker. All right. So we're having a good time. I've got some other cool unboxings coming up soon. Hopefully the rest of the Kashyyyk wave shows up locally. Got Magna Guards coming up for this weekend. And some 40K stuff. Well, you're gonna go crazy and give them water bases? I might. Or maybe at least one. Maybe the leader or something like that. I think they could totally get water bases. I might have to redo. Like the problem is the water base thing is a real difficult. Like well, not difficult. It's a time consuming thing because I've got a lot of prep work to do to the base, and there's a risk that if the seal isn't good, that stuff gets everywhere. Okay. I'm digging it. Let me see if I can kind of get the whole gang into a shot here. All right. All right. Did you say, is that Wookies? They're very woke. They're on Twitter. They're trying to cancel the Empire because the Emperor had some bad tweets that he hadn't deleted yet. They're Wookies. That would be really funny. Dare you to drink the water cup? Nope. Nope. You can win that one. So we got our Yoda now, and of course that's more of a completed Yoda. And then our if you guys haven't already seen it, I showed this one off earlier, but this is my Yoda kind of pushing back the water. I really like that effect. I got paint all over me, man. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. We had some fun. So I got a lot more work to do for these guys, and but I'm liking it. And of course, I know some people have taken like some of the spare heads for the Wookiees and kind of built them up like they're Wookiee spiders and just put those on the bases. I thought that was funny. I kind of dig that as well, but I'm not going to copy it. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out today. This was a little bit of a shorter stream, but you know, I like doing the painting stuff every once in a while. Just having some fun with it. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Be good to each other. Be thankful for what you have. And as always, don't forget, when clipping your toenails, don't use a chainsaw because that could get very bloody.